Well, good morning, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Kevin Explores the latest and greatest. And today we have the Jackery Explorer Pro 3000. It's the latest solar generator from Jackery. I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown on all the specifications and features about this awesome little pack. So we start off with a 30 amp RV port. What that allows you to do is plug your RV in and operate just like you'll be plugged into the grid. This pack has 3,000 watt hours of power, which will last a really long time. Say you don't have an RV and you have a house and you want to power your high drain devices. They have 4 outlets right here. They're all 20 amp each. They're pure sine inverter. You can use up to 3,000 watts total. So that means you could either plug in a toaster and a kettle at the same time, or you could run like your washing machine, or say even some of your low drain devices, maybe a CPAP machine or a, just a portable fan or something like that. Over here, we have our DC outlets, and what those are, it allows you to charge, say, your cell phone. So it's got the USB-C ports and it's got the USB-A ports that allows you to make sure you're connected at all times. We also have the legacy port, which I call a cigarette lighter adapter, but in reality, it's a car port. If I had fingernails, I could open it. All right, we got it open. This is the car port adapter, and it allows you to plug in all those legacy devices that still use that type of device. It is a 12 volt, 10 amp port, which allows you to plug in most of the things, like the older style stuff that only has those car port adapters. So it's very versatile that way. All right, so we flip the pack around. This is the back of the pack. Now this is where you charge it. There's 3 different ways to charge it. One is through the available AC adapter, which allows you to plug it directly into your house using household power. It comes with a relatively long orange cord that plugs directly into the wall, and it charges the pack in just over 2 hours. The other thing you can do is plug it into your car. Say if you're on the road and it's raining and the sun isn't shining and you want to plug it in, you can plug it in through this available thing. It comes with the pack, and you plug it into your car, and then you can charge it that way. Another way to charge it is through the solar panel. So if you have solar panels, you can get a lot of solar panels to hook up to this thing, and you can plug it into the available ports. So that's the back of the pack. When Jackery built this pack, they had an eye for portability. They give you a couple of ways to move it. One is to actually carry it. They've got really nice side handles that allow you to pick it up and move it. The other thing is this really convenient handle, which extracts and lets you roll it kind of like a suitcase at the airport, which is really cool. The other thing is they've included like all-terrain tires on it that allow it to go over pretty rough terrain if you can't lift it. This pack weighs just over 60 pounds, and what they've added in weight, they've made up in features to make this thing last a really long time. One of the other neat features with the Jackery pack is it's fully connected. You can connect it via Bluetooth, and then you control it with your app, with the app that Jackery has from the Play Store or the Apple Store. You can download the app and then control it. So if you forgot the AC inverter on, you can turn it off remotely. If you have left your lights on and you're away, you can turn it off remotely. You can also control the DC. It also tells you battery temperature, and it tells you how much percentage of your power is left. It'll also tell you how much input you're getting from a solar panel at any given time, which is kind of neat. It also shows you lots of statistics like uptime and stuff like that. It's kind of like the clapper, but in app form. If you want to turn all the lights on in your house, you hit the button on the phone, and it doesn't matter where you are, you're cutting them off. You don't just have to clap anymore, you just hit the little button. So my first test of the Jackery pack is this leaf blower. I've got the pack over there. It's sitting in the sunshine. It is charging while simultaneously blowing the leaves off the thing. That's another good thing about this pack, is it's portable, and if you don't have all cordless tools and you need something to actually run your tools, you can just wheel this guy to your work site and away you go. You can start cleaning, blowing, cutting, whatever you want to do. So I can see on my app here, we're pulling in 67 watts. It'll take 2 hours to charge that back up to 100%. I started at 100% before I started leaf blowing. And as you can see, the wattage, input wattage. So if you had more solar panels, it would charge quicker, but that's pretty neat how you can remotely monitor your pack and it's charging. All right, so figure this. It's that time of day again. It's coffee time. You come into your cabin or your house and the power's out and you can't have a way to make coffee. Well, with the Jackery Explorer 3000, you don't really have to worry about that because you've always got power to do the things you need to do, like drinking coffee. So we're in our cabin. That's obviously not the scenario here. This cabin doesn't have any power, so it needs a power source, and for that, the 3,000 watt-hour power pack from Jackery is the way to go. So what I do is I just plug this thing in, and pretty much the whole place lights up. And we're going to try some devices to see how they fare and how many we can plug in at the same time, and see if we can get this thing to crack. All right, the plan is to plug in some high drain devices and see how they fare. First off is the old microwave, the microwave. Let's see if we can get this guy plugged in. All right, we got the microwave plugged in. It's saying it's using 41, actually that's including the lights. Lights in the cabin, 41 watts, microwave on standby. All right, so we're gonna try to do this at the same time. We're going to take the kettle, we're gonna put the kettle over here. Kettle over here, can you see that? Can you see that? Yes, you can see that. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some water. We're gonna take a bottle of water. We're gonna put a bottle of water, and we're gonna take it, we're gonna put it right in here. So as you guys may or may not know, the kettle is actually the biggest draw on most kitchen appliances. They've said that you can tell when a soccer game has a commercial in the UK when the power spikes at the generating facility because everybody is going for tea. That's kind of neat. All right, so we got that hooked up. Let's get some water in the old microwave, eh? All right, that's a big mug. That's my Cabela's Bass Pro mug. Microwave safe. Handle may become hot. All right, let's do this. Okay, we're gonna do both at the same time because let's just see what happens. Minute to win it. Let's go. Start. All right, what do we got? What do we got? We got that thing going. We are outputting 1,900 with 2,000 watts, 3,093, 3,400 watts. Output 3,418 watts. Both are working right now. Holy moly, 3,400 watts. That is phenomenal. I did not think that was going to work. We got water boiling in the kettle, microwave on at the same time. That's both plugged in. It's also powering the lights in the cabin. That's pretty exciting. We've got 3,400 watts sustained usage right now. Okay, all right. We got some hot water. That's pretty hot. I want a little toast here for my coffee. We're pulling in 1,400 watts. The kettle's ramping up. Let's see if we can start it again while that's still going. You can hear the kettle. The kettle's going. The kettle's going. Kettle's going. Let's see this. See this? That is amazing. That is amazing that it's running at 3,389 watts. Is it already boiling? What do we got? We want to go higher than that. We want to go to boiling, which is 100 Celsius. Back to that. Back to displaying. What do we got? Running back up to 3,300 watts. All right, let's give it a whirl just to see that coffee made with battery power tastes just as good as coffee made with electricity. And really, this is kind of partially made by the sun because I did have it plugged in by solar for a little bit. Just as good. It's guilt-free coffee. I don't feel guilty drinking coffee. All right, more tests. All right, we're gonna deal with round two. The round two involves making toast. Now, I don't actually have toast here because I didn't go shopping. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just fire up the toaster oven and we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait until it glows extremely red. We'll see how much usage it's actually taking. Just under 1,200 watts, which is nothing compared to the previous test of 3,400 watts. It's doing it pretty seamlessly. I don't even think that's a draw on it. I don't know if you guys listen really carefully, you can hear the ticking of the toaster, but you can also kind of hear the fan on the inverter on the Jackery. Now, with this inverter on the Jackery, it has an extremely quiet fan. Like, it's almost imperceptible above the ticking of the toaster. I don't know if you guys maybe hear it. The window's also open, so you might be able to hear outside. My point is it's extremely quiet. A lot of like solar generators, power packs, they have an extremely loud fan because they want to keep them cool. This one, Jackery has figured out how to make the fan extremely quiet. So if you're a sensitive sleeper and you want, extreme quiet, you don't want that buzz of the gas generator, this thing it's like less than a purring kitten. It is extremely quiet. We're still pulling in 1174 watts. So it's doing its job, and it's very, very, very quiet. My toast done yet? Bing! We're done. And as soon as it had that draw, as soon as the draw stopped, the fan on the inverter stopped. So anyways, we're at 90% power still, which is a lot of power left for what we've run this thing through. So let's go outside and see if we can run some more devices on it. 14 amp electric chainsaw, no problem. It was drawing about 990 watts. Full out, no problem for the Jackery. You know what? We started with the really, really, really powerful thing first. I don't think there's anything that's gonna make this thing not work. Huh, I'm gonna keep trying. All right, well, this table saw uses about 2100 watts under load, and it seemed to handle it just perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm just curious what our usage is. We're still at 87% battery pack, so that's 3,000 watt hours. That's pretty amazing. I haven't been able to find anything to make it trip out. Gotta think what kind of high drain devices I have in order to actually get it to stop running. Let me think. Well, if this thing doesn't stop it, I'm not sure what will. Let's try this. This is the trifecta of power tools. We are going to run. Where's the on switch on this guy? There it is. All right, so we got one thing running, which is the chainsaw sharpener. A little bit, 134 watts, not a big deal. All right, third one, we got belt sander. That's going. We got 339 watts. That's not very much. All right, this is the big boy. This is a 3/4 horsepower angle grinder. We got that one going. What do we got? We got 2600 at night, 25, 2500, 2300. It's all running. Everything is running. All right, I went and grabbed my toaster. We got the toaster running. The toaster's going. We got all 4 ports plugged in. We got it all running. Maybe we're gonna turn this off. Turn it off, let it slow down a bit. Let's go whine while I hear that off button. All right, it's just winding down. I want to see if there's like the initial load will make it turn off. So just with the toaster, we've got 1100 watts. That grinder's still spinning. I want to see it slow down so I can get that initial really large draw to see if I can get it to trip. Toaster's still toasting. All right, so toaster's still toasting. This is just ridiculous. Okay, so toaster's still toasting. Chainsaw sharpening. Sander's going. All right, big grinder going. We've got 3,400 watts, 1,500. I don't know, that's just a ridiculous load on one thing, and it's handling it fine. I'm not sure. We gotta turn this off. Oh, there we go. All right, well, we'll let that thing wind down. Toaster's still toasting. Bing, toast is done. Well guys, that's pretty much the torture test. I am extremely pleased on how well the Jackery Explorer 3000 Pro performed all of those tests. I think it raised the bar on all power packs. If you guys are looking for a very robust, very capable power pack, a power pack that can run pretty much anything you can throw at it for a really long time, please check out Jackery. The link will be in the description below if you want to pick your very own Jackery Explorer 3000 Pro power pack and get doing stuff today. This pack is awesome. Check it out. One final note, guys. I know hurricane season is coming up, and it's better to be prepared. It's better to be looking at it than looking for it. So be sure to check out Jackery. The link will be in the description below, and pick yourself up a power pack so you're prepared for the future.